Sup, cuz? How y'all doing? It's Tuesday. It's totally Tuesday, but I thought instead of doing the oracle reading, we would do our weekly oracle forecast because Sunday we were doing like our full moon lunar eclipse workshop and we didn't do it. And then yesterday I did the extended reading and I didn't want to get like too scattered. So I thought the week is still young. We still have days ahead of us. So let's get some perspective to see what we might be anticipating, what we can do to embrace and embody our fullest potential, embrace this like new beginning, going out like with our best foot forward, and like how do we overcome our shortcomings? Oh my gosh, I saw this card while I was shuffling. Friendship. Connect with your friends this week. Appreciate all of your kindred spirits in your life and just enjoy camaraderie and community and joyfulness and lightheartedness and just, I don't know, just cherishing the people that you care about. I have to be honest, like when I go into work, I have a really good time. Everybody I work with is like super fun. We're always laughing. Tonight we were just like insane. It was hilarious. But yeah, I feel that. I feel like it's just nice. I'm feeling very sociable this week. And I feel, yeah, those kind of vibes in the air. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, don't be afraid to reach out to a friend. Lean on me. All right, what just flipped over? Oh, love. What a nice week it is so far. Our hearts are just going to be full and blooming. I love these knockout roses in this photo. I just planted some knockout roses myself in my garden and I've been really enjoying them. And tomorrow I have 2 days off and I'm going to enjoy them again and do some dancing and some running and all the good things that I like doing and love doing. But yeah, so fill your week in all the moments that you have with things that you love doing. You know, if you're sitting there working and you love hot tea, then treat yourself to like the best hot tea. Like get like the nice cute little box. I love Puka. They have such good flavors. Like treat yourself. Like make every moment, like bring love into the moment, you know. If you have to keep a things to do list, like get a really cute journal that you like, you know, making the list in, and just make things nicer, you know, even the mundane things. Like really fill your life. Like you can have very luxurious, enriched, fulfilling experiences in the mundane with just little tweaks here and there. But yeah, so love, open your heart to love this week. And I think that doing those little things like surrounding yourself and those small niceties is just a sign to yourself that like you care about yourself and that you want to spoil you. You want to spoil you, sugar baby, and you deserve it. And I think that just opening our heart to beauty and to enjoyment and to things that are fulfilling, open our heart to love. Like the heart is either open or it's closed. And so let's start opening our hearts and expanding our hearts so that we can, you know, go into this next chapter, in creating a life that we literally love, that we're in love with, that we love ourselves and that we love the life that we've created for ourselves. And we're excited about being a part of that life, of our own life every day. Right? Yeah, I mean, reach out to the friends that you love. Be in touch with them. Appreciate them. Life is short and you never know what can happen. So it's good to always appreciate people while you have them when they're near you. All right, let's see what's next. Oh my goodness, goddess. I feel when this comes up, we are highlighting divine feminine themes of nurturing, caring, receiving, being nurtured, being cared for, and, you know, being compassionate and kind and soft and malleable and flexible. But also the divine feminine is equally stern and severe and disciplined and sometimes silent. That is a holy divine virtue And it doesn't seem right. It seems very counterintuitive that one of the divine feminine virtues is silence. But true story. But yeah, so like when we look at the top of the tree of life, actually I have a map of it. I'm gonna grab it really fast. Bear with me, people. Okay, I'm back. All right, so this is me unfolding my map. Okay. This is the tree of life. This is a map or the blueprint of reality, the beautiful machinery of the universe, the Godhead, the governing forces of creation, and the human soul. It's all in one, right? And it's all mirrored in those different layers. So from here down, actually it's more like, no, this is too much to explain, but from here down, we can manifest this consciousness within the human life. Jesus was the highest consciousness, and he went all this way up. I'm not sure how many other ascended masters got up this high, but this is as high as we can get. This here is not necessarily a governing force of reality, but it is a state of it's a manifest quality of being able to understand, like having understanding of both knowledge and wisdom, like the bridge between those. Like some people can like recall a lot of things and understand like the dogma involved, and then some people have compassion, but this is about real, like you get it, like you understand the information kind of thing. So all of this, that you have to have this for all of these things to like really come online, right? So the divine feminine is here. This is the like pure source energy here. Pure light, neither feminine nor masculine, just this is the central column. This is the grounded column, right? This is positive masculine energy column. And this is negative feminine column, passive energy, active energy, grounded, neutral, central column. So the divine masculine here is just this pure, unadulterated energy that has no container at all, right? It is just all over the place. So when so pure light comes in, like think of the Big Bang or something like that. Pure light comes in to this realm of being, and it is not contained, and it's just this crazy masculine energy with nothing to contain it, and no shape and no nothing. It's just, it has no form, right? So what it needs is to go travel over to the feminine, the divine feminine, which is the vessel for this energy and this light, and that gives it form, right? So the strict restriction, boundary, all of the things that's like, hey, hold your horses, slow your roll. That's the divine feminine. Now, doesn't that sound familiar in life? Have you ever, feminines out there, have you ever known any masculines that are all over the place and you got to rein them in? It's like literally the purpose of our existence. It's so exhausting. I know. No getting around it. Like, that's why in every sitcom, like, the woman's no fun. She's always just like trying to handle the dude. So yes, so divine feminine themes. So taking all of that inspiration within yourself and channeling it into like a purpose, a goal, a discipline. And then being consistent in that discipline. So yes, divine goddess themes, divine feminine themes would be comfort in waiting and not being in a hurry. The comfort in sitting in stillness and waiting for intuitive insight and trusting that intuitive insight, regardless of whether it is like logical and obvious or not. So I think that, divine feminine energy is just more comfortable with the non-physical, the things that we can't see, smell, hear, taste, or touch. But the divine feminine is like really tuned into that sixth sense. So yes. Also, divine feminine energy sits back and is passive and is comfortable and open to receive. The divine feminine energy doesn't push or rush or pursue necessarily, as they allow. And they are in an easeful state of softness, allowing, ease, harmony. Do you kind of get like the essence of like all that? I know it's like all very abstract what I've just said. It's almost like a 1960s like jazz, like coffee shop, like, but I think that it'll sink in over the next few days, and you'll know what I'm talking about. And I think once we get through this week, we will see those themes, or we will see the need for those themes, or you'll crave that stillness. I'm definitely excited about my Divine Feminine Day tomorrow. There's probably going to be a hot bath involved, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. Okay, and one last card. I know the Tree of Life glyph just opens up more questions. In fact, I'll probably do some videos just explaining the map of the Tree of Life, because I'm always like using it and referencing it, but it's so abstract that it just takes seeing it and hearing about it over and over and over and over and over again. And then all of a sudden one day you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But before that you're like, I don't know what you're saying. But that's how it is, right? That's just how it is. You're not behind. You're exactly where you should be. And then our last card for the week is Reflect, which this is interesting because that came up in my own personal reading for the week. But I do think that this is a great week to reflect, because we are in the waning moon after our total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And so this is all about reflecting on the transformation that has been happening, reflecting on the transition that we're in, reflecting on all of the work that we've done up until now this year, and like reevaluating and like making any tweaks and changes that we may need to make. And yeah, and I think too, just like, reflecting back on the themes and of our lives and the lessons that have all, we've come to this big, huge conclusion of an enormous cycle. And so, yeah, it's a nice time to go back and reflect, and even just reflect back on how far we've come in the last few months. I myself today actually went through my journal and went through just some of the goals that I had set and the lists that I had made and things like that for the year. And I can't even believe how much, how much I've been able to get started on, or, get underway already. It's kind of a shock. So I would suggest to you as well, go back and reflect and look back and see how far you've come, and look back on those things that you're ready to move past, stories you're done with, you just don't need to tell anymore. We've done a lot of healing and a lot of growth and a lot of evolving and a lot of expanding. And so yeah, some of that material we don't really need to sift through anymore. It's like we can release and we can move forward and feel good and feel free and liberated to go in whatever direction that we feel excited about going in next. So I think things are looking really good. I think they're getting better and better. And I anticipate exciting things coming soon. I do. I'm feeling like this building sense of just like goodness and like like everything's like feeling really nice. And in times past, when things were going really well and things felt really good, I would not feel like things good, even better things are coming. I would be like terrified and like feeling like this foreboding ominousness, like what is going to go wrong any minute. And I don't feel like that anymore. So the self-help is up, like round the clock self-help, 7 days a week, 24/7, 30 days a week of self-help. And all the spiritual practices I can get my hands on. Finally, I can enjoy feeling good and not feeling like there's a disaster around the corner. So hopefully you guys are feeling the same. I know I've had a lot of people just telling me like awesome things that are happening in their lives, and people have been taking these big chances and risks and trying out things that they weren't sure about, and realizing that they had near misses in other places and they were glad they didn't go in a certain direction. And so it's really exciting. I feel us out. We're all trying our hardest out there, and I feel like we're doing really good, and I feel like everyone is like just really getting into their most authentic selves, and we're learning how to like overcome our like all of our things, and we're in this together. So you guys, just sending you all the love, and I'm proud of us all. And the channel is like getting like a little bit of progress slowly but surely. I'm trying to grow this channel, and I've heard that like if you make a video every day for a year, then it's like nothing will happen, and then like suddenly finally like by the end of the year, like all of a sudden like there will be like sudden progress. So I was just thinking like, wow, it's been like 5 months, and I've been pretty steadily like just like kind of not much growth, just sort of like just kind of barely in there. And then like suddenly there was like a little jump in my my exposure to like in the algorithm to like the audience numbers. So we're all doing this together. You guys are helping, all your comments and your likes and your shares and your subscribes. So keep doing that. Keep doing it. We're doing this. Like, share, subscribe, save, send it to someone. Just take action on the video, and it helps spread it around, and then other people see it. All right, you guys, I can't wait to have some days off. I'm so excited. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this week goes. Hope y'all have a good day tomorrow and good week ahead of you. Ciao.